Hey everyone, we're back with another episode of Tech 25.8. My name is Angie Yong, your host, and I'm super excited to have you guys join me for this week's topic. Today's topic is not like the others, no, but it is a huge part of our society that needs to be addressed even more. Now, what is it, you may ask? Well, ask and you shall receive. Living in a society where smart devices has taken over the youth, we're going to discuss how screen time affects children's mental health and physical activity. Now, some of you may already feel that this is somewhat targeted to you right now, and that is exactly what I want you to feel. Today, I want to educate each and every one of you with facts that will make you stay off of your devices. So jumping right in, close your eyes and picture yourself about a decade ago. You're outside playing family in the playground with your neighbors until your mom calls you in for dinner time. No thoughts of an iPhone, Samsung device, or laptop in sight. Fast forward to today, you are sitting at a restaurant and see 1-year-old babies with their own iPads whose eyeballs are glued to the screen. What's up with that? As we are living in a technology-advanced society, the rise of children on smart devices are increasing on the daily. Speaking of a decade ago, did you know that the average screen time for teenagers were about 30 hours a week? Seems like a lot until you hear this. In today's world, an average 8-year-old spends about 8 hours looking at a screen. More shockingly, older teenagers can spend up to even 11 plus hours on their devices on the daily. This is about 56 to 77 hours a week to say the least. Smart devices has taken over this generation of kids in our society, which is something that is completely different than the ones before. Smart devices has its pros and cons as a technology itself. However, what if I told you that it plays a huge factor on mental health and their weight? As a person who has been carrying an iPhone since the 7th grade, this has been something that I never really thought correlated together. Several studies have linked high use of smart devices on results of poor health. This could be mental and physical health we are talking about. Some of us have heard the saying, watching television burns off calories. Maybe some of this could be true. However, in multiple studies, it showed that kids with TVs in their rooms are more likely to be obese. In a study done by the National Institute of Health, it states that children who struggle with obesity are more likely to develop depression than others, especially teenage girls going through puberty who are over the BMI index for their height. Now, some of you may be first years in college around ages of 17, 18, or 19. Yeah, well, I found a really interesting article from a scholarly journal by these Chinese writers who go by Zhao Yan Wu and Xuan Tao, who did a fascinating job providing facts about screen time's effect on the students in China. They've performed a survey experiment on college students' average hour of screen time, and results were expected and shocking at the same time. 4,764 college students have been surveyed, and their physical activity correlated with screen time and mental health. Overall, 84% of these students had psychological problems, such as anxiety and depression. Majority of these students have said that their excessive amount of time on their devices has limited, if not, took away their physical activity time. It was evident that screen time has a huge effect on mental health, even on the older generation. In a longitudinal study in New Zealand, up to 17% of the overweight prevalence observed at age 26 was estimated to be viewing 2+ hours of TVs per day during their childhood and adolescence. This shows how children's use of screen time at a young age has an outcome in the long run. As we look at evidence of the correlation that mental health and physical activity has through screen time across the world, do not feel like you are alone in this battle. As we run out of time, my biggest takeaway for you is put down your phone, turn off that TV, and go on a run explore the beautiful land brought to you by Mother Nature. Thank you for listening, and tune in next time.